Hello everyone, and welcome back to Let's Play Pillars of Eternity 2 Deadfire, where last time we... What did we do last time? It's been a while. We helped out the shipwright, I believe. Well, we helped out the shipwright, in quotes. We, I suppose, didn't do exactly what he wanted to do, but I think we gave him a good deal in the end. Basically, he's working for the pirates now. And we could have potentially stopped that, but who knows what kind of backlash stopping it would have caused him. So I think this is the smarter choice for him, even if he doesn't see it that way. And now we are here in, is this a brothel or is it just an inn? I can't really tell. I think it's kind of like a mixture. It's both. But we met this guy who Aloth knows, and Emir, and we're looking for somebody up here. Is it this person? I'm sorry, it's been about a week since I last played. It's been a very busy week for me. I haven't had time to play at all. Which means I am no longer ahead of the game in terms of my recording, so I'm scrambling a bit to get recordings. What did we see? What did you see? Ah, what do we got there? Ooh, Huana Charm Belt. Wayfarer, 15% stride. Stride represents how quickly the character can run in combat with a higher score of covering more ground, and +1 survival. 8. Apart from holding up one's trousers, belts are much favored by enchanters, for the material portion is easily crafted, typically light in weight, and requires few adjustments to those pieces of armor which contribute in most direct ways to protection. Alright, I'll take that.
How may I help?
How is our belt situation? We haven't found a lot of belts, have we? So I believe Edir has our survival stuff. So we're going to give this to Edir. There you go, buddy. Alright. Free books. I like free books.
No trouble at all.
Okay, let's look at our stuff here. Veins of Eora. Reach Kahanga's palace. So that's the main quest. We're not doing that right now. Bounty. Merrill the Mad. That's not here, right? West of Mage Island. Lost Dukes in Good Faith. Talk to Annalise about Oswald. Khan has asked me to help her find Oswald, an old elf who owes her 5,000 coppers. Alright, so that's who we're after. Annalise. Hey. I'm gonna call him Annalise. Annalise. Stealing. Okay. A young woman reclines on the cushions, a hookah hose held directly in one hand. Eyes closed, she sings to herself. Her voice is soft and inviting. She doesn't move when she hears you approach, but slowly opens her eyes with a lazy smile.
Come, lay your head on my breast. I will read to you the work of my favorite poet, Skilba.
Skilba? Khan's looking for someone named Oswald. Sound familiar? What's your problem with Khan? How much for your time? Tell me about yourself. Tell me about yourself.
It's futile to attempt to summarize the whole of a person in simple words. How to capture their dreams, the desires of another, their feel and taste.
I wasn't asking for your life story. I was just... Tell me something about yourself.
But I appreciate your curiosity nonetheless. I am an actor. Trained from childhood. Difficult for you to believe, I'm sure.
Why? A teasing smile pulls at the corner of her lips. Her voice is wistful, almost melancholic.
My troupe were my family, and we traveled the whole of the Adir Empire, performing the classic literatures to cheering audiences.
Sounds like a pleasant life. Too bad you didn't do something more productive with your time. Say nothing. Well, sounds like a pleasant life.
The work was good when the crowds were grateful, and their pockets swelled with coin.
She gives you a pained smile and looks away.
I found a more dependable application of my talents here. To touch the hearts of others with my voice. I could not give that up. Have you come to hear some verse?
What's your problem with Khan?
Oh, her. Yes. She is persistent, isn't she? She barged in and began asking me all sorts of inappropriate questions about my customers. She grew incensed when I asked her to leave. She's no longer welcome in my room.
Annalise, wrings her hands and looks away. Her gaze settles on her armoire in the corner.
I do hope she's not a friend of yours. Her manners are atrocious.
Mm-hmm. She's looking for someone named Oswald. Does this sound familiar?
I'm sure I don't know who you're talking about. Now, please leave.
She gestures toward her door and makes a shooing motion. Alright, so we can go with diplomacy. We can go with streetwise, or we can go with insight. Or we can bribe her. Or we can just do this one. So we've got, what if he's in danger? Don't you care about his well-being? Oswald's run up a debt with the wrong folks. I can help him, but I need to know where he's gone. It's clear you care quite a bit about him. Let me help. I think we're gonna go with Aloth's insight here. Let me help him. She chews on a knuckle, brow furrowed, deciding whether she should trust you. Then she sighs heavily and gives you a sheepish smile.
Oswald has visited oft of late. He's a sentimental old man, and he longs for the words of our homeland, Adir. I would often read the old epics to him in their original Eldadiran.
Her eyes gain a distant, unfocused look, and a wistful smile spreads across her face. Continue.
He's grown paranoid recently, however, always muttering about the shadows following him and other such nonsense. It was quite unnerving, frankly. He came to me in a panic a few days ago and shoved his journal into my hands. He told me he'd be back for it, but I've not seen hide nor hair of him since. I wonder, perhaps his journal would help you find him. Here, take this key. You'll find the journal in my armoire.
Thank you.
I shall make it so.
Unlocked. I also see some clothing in here. We won't take the clothing. We don't need it. Alright, can I read that? I would like to read that, please. Lost dues in good faith. Oswald's journal. Quest item. Godendag. This afternoon, I walked the streets of Nekataka and felt an unusual spring in my step. I cannot be sure if it's the fine weather of the archipelago or my great distance from the Deerwood and the blasted Goose and Fox Inn that has gifted me this buoyancy of spirit, but I am grateful nonetheless. I remember the Goose and Fox. Do we know this guy? Have we run into Oswald before? I don't remember. I have seen no sign of the girl. Highly I be praised. God's willing, I have slipped her net at last. Mequinsdag. The shadows are strange here, seeming to move of their own accord. As I passed from Queen's Berth to Periki's Overlook this morning, I could have sworn I saw one turn to face me, then another. I fled the area as quickly as I could, and as far as I could tell, I was not followed. I have many enemies, as any man of a roguish, adventurous mien could or should, though none have cause to search for me here. I know these shadows must be a trick of the mind, but still, I am uneasy. The next entry is written in a shaky, wild hand, clearly penned in great haste. Ritlingsdag. As I put me down to bed this evening, I heard a faint whispering beneath my window. I always leave it open, to better catch the breeze, and thanks to Hylia for it, or I might have been none the wiser. However, when I went to investigate, no one was there, and yet I know I heard voices. I may be old, perhaps even paranoid, but I am not crazy. I must leave this place with all haste. Gods protect me in my flight. On the next and final page of the journal is the symbol of Wodika, a broken ground, scrawled in a deep red ink. Oh boy, Wodika. Plot thickens.
Have you come to hear some farewell?
Nope. Just wanted to see if you had anything to say about that. Alright, I guess we'll check out the other rooms too while we're here. Hello? Are you another fire god-like? I think so. You look a lot bigger than I have the elf body, that might be why. This might be like an Amua body one. A fire god-like woman polishes a pair of stocks, tending to them with the fondness of a mother for her favorite child. The room is dim, illuminated only by the glow of her steel-forged skin. Her eyes burn with the light of Mogren's fire. When she hears you enter, she shoots you a look of utter contempt.
I will give you an experience you won't soon forget.
Tell me about yourself.
I must assume the question beneath your question is how a fire godlike came to find herself in a place such as this.
You can do what you want with your life. She leans back against a wall of chains. They clink and rattle, and she smiles at the sound.
Perseverance. Being as I am, I have been forced to find it for myself. Now I teach it to others. To live in a world as a thinking, feeling creature, it is difficult. It demands strength. But we cannot always be strong. I help those who have lost their strength to find it again.
She wraps a chain around her arm and tugs. The steel links glow red with forge fire where they touch her skin. Cool. I'm not interested in that. Let's see. This big room has free stuff. Take it. Hello. A burly dwarven man hums a jaunty tune to himself as he fastidiously organizes his collection of scented oils. When he hears you enter the room, he greets you with a smile and a humongous outstretched hand. His grip is strong and sure.
Come to seek ablution for your sins?
He slaps his knee with a bark of laughter.
Get it? Ablutions? Absolution? I crack myself up. Gets me every time.
He wipes a tear from his eye, still chuckling.
Massage? Bath? Whatever you need. Just ask.
How'd you end up here?
Oh, you don't want to hear about that. I lived a boring life, so there wouldn't be much to the telling.
He crosses his thick arms over his chest. A slight blush spreads across his cheek. Indulge me.
Truth be told, my real passion is pottery. Trouble is, I got these big hands. Not meant for delicate work.
He turns his hands palm up for you to inspect. Just one is easily large enough to cover your entire face.
Worked out in the end, of course. Now I specialize in relieving tension in a Mauer and death godlike.
He nods to himself. You seem bored here.
I guess I can't hide my feelings as well as I thought I could.
He gives you a nervous chuckle and scratches at his beard.
The stability's good and all, but I haven't seen anything that gets my blood pumping in ages. You know what I mean?
Stability sounds pretty good right now, or right about now. What's your life without a little excitement? Or what's life without a little excitement? You don't know how good you have it. What's life without a little excitement?
Doing the same old thing day in, day out. It's enough to make a man leap from the nearest window.
He nods vigorously. You could come with me.
Where to?
He raises an inquisitive brow, his large hands previously dancing with restless energy. Or still, yeah. Now they still. You know that 700-foot tall statue made of Adra? I'm going after it.
No kidding.
And then he drops a bottle of massage oil in his excitement.
I like to see something like that for myself.
He sighs a wistful edge in his voice.
Do you think I could come with you? Just for a bit.
Yeah, grab your things. And let's go.
Hell, you don't have to tell me twice.
There we go. Another crew member. Excellent. And now we have somebody who can give us a massage. Wait. He's a companion? Oh, I didn't expect that. I thought he was like a crew member. Choose the single class or multi-class. Yeah. Go barbarian or a howler. So we don't have a chanter. I love chanters. Big fan of chanters. Do you want him to be a full chanter? Is he going to be in the party? I don't know who oh no. Oh no. I wasn't expecting to have this decision so soon. But what if Kana's in the game? Now that we have this guy, I know that the people in the splash art, unless he's there and I just haven't noticed. But the people in the splash art aren't the only companions we get. So what if Kana shows up? He'd definitely be my chanter. Although I guess we could multi-class Kana. But then again, if I go barbarian, what if Maneha shows up? Damn it. Now there's too many possibilities. Everybody could be a companion. If this guy can be one. I think we're going to go... You know what? We had a chanter all of last game. let's see what Howler can bring. A Chanter plus Barbarian. Yeah, why not? And I know, you know, we made Aloth a full wizard, but that's different. It's different. It's just different. Okay, accept. Oh, no. I don't see him making the party right now. I just don't see it. Although, honestly, contemplative. Oh, is this the wait, Cipher? Oh, is that her class? Is she contemplative? I thought that was like, I don't know. A level 1 Howler available for hire in party and party. Oh no, accept. We're gonna keep the party how it is. I read something to keep an eye on our maybe our reputations with each other, to see our affinity, I think, right? Okay. There's a lot of symbols here. Oh no. Okay. Let's try and get a handle on what all this stuff means. So, this is the Principi, so the pirate organization. Does that mean we are rank 1 with them? Is that what it's saying? Responding to the collapse of Grand Valia, 2720 to 2760 AI, noble families packed up their households and sailed abroad, seeking opportunities away from the shadow of their homeland. Over time, their old world traditions evolved into a new identity as the Principi Sin Patrina, the princes without a homeland, a loosely connected and regulated organization of pirates. Children of the Dawn Stars. Not to be confused with supernatural manifestations of Aothis, the Children of Dawn Stars are Radsaran followers of Aothis who have traveled to the Deadfire archipelago as migrant workers in the decades following the Saints' War. Lacking colonies of their own, Dawn Stars can often be found in the employ of the Valiant Trading Company or Royal Deadfire Company. So, why are these, like, connected? I don't know. But then we have the Valiant Trading Company, which we have no strong connection with, looks like. An outward-looking mercantile order from the Valiant Republics. The 30,000 employees are tasked with delivering profit on the homeland's investment. In the Deadfire, this means refining and exporting luminous Adra in enormous quantities. In Port Mage, which we are liked in. Port Mage is one of the Valiant Trading Company's oldest colonies in the Deadfire archipelago. Though it is not grand in stature, it sits on well-established trade routes from the Eastern Reach and is a common stopping point for ships in the region. It has a close, if often fraught, relationship with the nearby Huana village of Satuhuzi. Okay, so I'm guessing that these are like the nomadic kind of people, and these are more like the colonized kind of people. I don't know. And then each of our companions. Sansa's Map Emporium and Nice Dog. So these like relationship histories. Okay, so this is showing exactly what we did to get a point with him? Or some experience with him? Can we... Disposition aggressive, benevolent, and clever. Or are these mine? There's not like any connections here. These are my dispositions, I think. Okay, the reds are disfavored. So it doesn't look like I'm getting any progress in aggressive yet. Benevolent. We're clever, which is good. I think that's probably what Klesi is more into than being aggressive, is cleverness. But we are being passionate and diplomatic too much, it seems like. Cruel. I guess we've been cruel a little bit. Honest. Rational. Shady. Stoic. Okay. And... okay. I wish I could, like, click on these and, like, see, like, the progress bars or something. But if I look at you guys... so you're not a fan of Seraphin. Irresponsibility. He doesn't like that. He doesn't like pride, and he doesn't like traditionalism, but he likes autonomy and duty. He's a fan of Jyoti. Has no opinion of Edir right now. I feel like those guys should just like have a natural affinity for each other just because of what we've done together. You like him, so that's good. No opinion on him. You have a lot more of those. Have we just not had Aloth long enough to see his reaction to other things? But you don't like cruelty. You don't like anti-Eothesians. You're anti-Letting Key. Animal kindness, pro-Eothesians. Lighthearted, pro-Letting Key. You don't like that. And traditional. Or you don't like traditional, right? You do not like traditional. Okay, so that's probably why they don't get along yet. And then Seraphin, you're not getting along with anybody at the moment. Granted, you have been in the party the least amount so far. But anti-principi, you don't like that, and you don't like racism. Well, that's good. I like that you don't like racism. Skullduggery, lighthearted, impassioned, and worldly. Okay, okay, okay. And then you like being impassioned, you like worldly, you like being lighthearted, and you're pro-Eothesian. Kind of thinking Aloth's the one that doesn't fit in the group, even though I want to keep Aloth. You don't like Skullduggery, though. And you have no relationships with anybody yet. That's interesting. I feel like she's had a lot of reactions. Huh. Don't really know how that works yet, if I'm being honest.
Tell me.
Kind of wish there was like a tutorial. Maybe I just missed it.
Of course.
Okay. But we do have a new companion we could bring along. But not at the moment. Not at the moment. Alright, let's head down. We could go out here. Let's go out to the balcony. See what's out here. If there's anything. Valiant bartenders don't water down the booze, which is more than I can say for Rautayans. Yeah. Don't want your watered down booze. Queen's Birth District Home. No reason to go in there. Alright, so there's nothing out here. Just a little trip around. Go to the front door again. Alright, so let's go talk to Khan. Hey.
Have you got any leads on that mad old goat yet?
Here's the journal. Khan flips through Oswald's journal, then stops and looks up at you, eyes wide. Someone has hastily scrawled the broken crown symbol of Wodica across the last page. They sure have. I read the book, so I know that. I'm a good player. Khan mutters to herself. She traces the symbol with her fingers and frowns.
Oh, Oswald, you really stepped in it now, haven't you? Getting mixed up with Woodikins? You damned old fool.
She shakes her head sadly and closes the journal with a snap.
Where could they have taken him?
She chews on her lower lip with uneven teeth and mutters to herself. You must have sailed through half the Deadfire to get to Nekataka. Anything catch your eye? You're asking the wrong girl. I'm new here. Hell if I know. Say nothing. Nothing catch your eye?
Not really. To be honest, I spent most of the trip out from Defiance Bay, bent over the bulwark, giving Andra a taste of my innards. I hate boats.
I don't think we hate boats. In fact, I think boats are great, because they keep me out of the water.
Damn, if only I could find that captain who gave us passage to the Deadfire. Bet he'd know. Wait a tick.
She blinks, remembering.
When our ship neared Nekataka, the bosun told me about a weird temple on an island in the Karatapu Channel, southwest of the city. She wouldn't tell me what it was for, though. Got real spooked when I asked.
Weird temple? Sign me up.
Go take a look then, and let me know what you find.
She marks the location on your map with a flourish.
With any luck, you'll catch the old goat there in one piece, and we'll both leave here with some weight in our purse.
In dialogue. Alright, we do like weird temples. A lot of religious lore, which we like. Alright, but we're not going there yet. We've got the rest of the city to explore. Though it is nighttime. Should we rest? Do we need the rest? Have we fought? When was the last time we fought? I don't know if we fought since we were at the Dreadlight. That was called, or Deadlight.
You're right. He does do that with his hands.
Fie, 'tis roughing his precious spelling book that scares the lad. Or maybe 'tis notching his wee finger.
You gotta stop. My sides hurt. Oh, I miss this.
Surely you've spied how he's always brushing himself. He won't say, but he's afeard of seagull shit.
It's nice that Ismir is able to get out and do some stuff. Do we want to explore all these other little buildings yet? Or do we want to kind of wait until we get, like, told to go there? How do we get to the damn palace? Where's the road to the palace? I guess if I was going to be a palace road... Maybe this one? Road east? Because this one looks like it's going, like, out of the city walls. This one looks like it's not, like, grand enough to be leading to the palace. This looks like the main street. So let's go road east. Oh. Oh. So I guess we can go to the Gullet. Where are we going? Are we going to the Serpent's Crown? Damn, look at this place. This is awesome. What a cool city. Yeah, we're gonna go to the Gullet. Capital city. 124,000 people here. Wow. That's a massive city. Religions. Hylia, Andhra, Magran, Berith. Imports. Wheat, cotton, textiles, leather, silk, marble, zvef, and white leaf. Exports palm oil, rice, cocoa, pearls, teak, koiki fruit, and luminous adra. Limited monarchy. Ruler Queen Onakaza II. Races: Island Amawa 57%, Ocean Folk 18%, Coastal Amawa 16%. So a lot of Amawa here. Savannah Folk 5%, Mountain Dwarfs 3%, and other 1%. I'm guessing we would be considered ocean folk. Maybe? Yeah, I don't know. Or maybe we're other, because we're godlike. Probably that. Cool. Let's go to the Gullet. Why not? A Principe group notices you walking and approaches you in the street. Okay. Do we see that dwarf in here? No. Yeah, so we definitely have more than shows in there.
Look what's finally washed into port.
Hi. Are you the, one lady? Seraphin stops as the other pirates approach. His fists balled. The heat of his anger flushes your skin, then seeps beneath, simmering your thoughts.
Hold up, Cap. That be Malnage.
Ah.
The High Queen Sea Devil of the Deadfire herself, awaiting us like a shark in hate.
Who? Keep calm, Seraphin. Be ready for anything. Ahoy, Manage. Keep calm, Seraphin.
Steady as the sea, Cap.
A flash of ice-cold loathing cuts through the heat of Seraphin's anger, threatening to wash you over. Yeah, we're gonna fight against it. We are strong-willed. You close your thoughts against the onslaught of Seraphin's emotions, and they break upon you, scattering.
Captain, I've heard a mess and a half about you. Mostly good. Though I see your tasting company could use some refining.
The Orland gestures to Seraphin with a smirk.
Typical Malnage. Can't match my skill, so you try to spew shit.
Boy, when you're as old as me, your skill will still be naught more than the untrained fumbling of an adherent maid to the refined workings of my mind.
The sailors backing her chuckle. This is kind of long-winded there, to be honest. What brings you here, Manage? When you insult Seraphin, you insult me. Are you two done posturing? I have better things to do. What brings you here, Manage?
I've heard about your run-ins with Captains Benweth and Ferrante. Meeting the old Principe seems like. Almost makes a girl green. The envy of missing the party.
She grins, her mouth filled with sharp yellow teeth.
I'm tracking a man by the name of Rimaro. Traitor to the cause.
Rimaro ain't no traitor, you mind-blind sack of squid squirts.
Seraphim growls, fists tight and fur bristling. You feel the anger coil around him and spill outward, and your vision begins to swim. I'm a little concerned about these. Like, I like doing this because this is who she is. She's, you know, strong-willed. But also, like, are we missing a lot of, like, his backstory with missing out in these visions? That's a little concerning to me. I feel like I'm trained as a gamer to always go with the skill one, right? Like, it's just kind of like ingrained in gaming that if you have a skill check one, go with the skill check option. We're gonna do it again. And who knows? I don't know. I like Seraphim, but maybe this will lead to me not taking him with us in our party. Who knows? Fight against it. You close your thoughts against the onslaught of Seraphim's emotions, and they break upon you.
I'm sure he'll be loyal as the tie-dye, you jelly-spined shit-gurgler.
She turns her attention to you.
Captain, there'll be a bounty of some 4,000 pounds on Romaro, quick or dead. I'd be willing to cut you 1/10 of that, here and now, if you give me any knowledge you might have stumbled across on your travels.
I know nothing about this. We think Romaro was here to meet someone named Udini. We heard Romaro's on his way to Port Mage. I wouldn't tell you if I knew. Kindly fuck off. Yeah, kindly fuck off. Manaj blinks and Seraphim chuckles quietly. The pirate's lips twist into a smirk, but her eyes narrow.
Careful, Watcher. You don't want to go making yourself an enemy of the Principe Sen Petrena. Anyone aids our enemies shares their fate, you know?
She draws a finger across her throat. Girl, you don't know who you're messing with.
Fare thee well, Captain. See you around, Seraphim.
She turns on her heels and leads her crew away. What was that sound? That, like, portaled out of here or something?
Tell me.
Are we in the Gullet? No, we're just in the street. Okay.
As you wish.
Where'd they go? They vanished! Alright. Continue on to the Gullet. Another 16 minutes. You leave the bustle of the crowds behind, making your way along the winding path into the Gullet. For a time, the path ascends the mountain. Even so, the cramped walls and run-down Huana buildings close in around you, obscuring your view. The Gullet. Colloquially called the Gullet, the slums of Nekataka are home to both the Reparo caste of the city's Huana, as well as myriad colorful and unsavory figures. Built in a great chasm at the heart of Nekataka, it is where much of the city's refuse, literal and figurative, comes to rest. Alright, so not a good place. You come to a dark passage cutting through the mountain, just wide enough to accommodate a wagon. The path here descends steadily into the rock face. After a lengthy journey through the dimly lit tunnel, you come to the gates of the Gullet. The stench hits you first. A foul mixture of rot, stale air, and bodily odors. You notice a guardsman pushing a cart heaped high with moldering food, which must account for some of the smell. Ahead, the homes of the Gullet emerge as a collection of lights amid the darkness. You hear the rush of water below, and a frigid breeze wafts up from the unseen depths, like an exhalation. Exhalation. There we go. Oh, the Gullet.
Didn't take you for the romantic type, Seraphim.
The tongue's got a use or four, lass, and I'll be a right master of each.
Damn.
Yeah, I'm gonna pretend like I didn't just hear that.
Alright, so we got the refuse pile. Definitely gotta check that out. The Narrows. Patili's Sanctuary. Inui's home. Felis's home. Biha's home, Old City Lift, Nekataka, and the Hole. I know in the last game.
Have you any food? Surely you've a scrap to spare.
I know in the last game we kind of like did everything we could in each zone as we got to it. And that was partly because I had played the game before, so I kind of knew what to expect from the game. Even in the parts I didn't remember, or even like the DLC, which I didn't complete in my first playthrough. I kind of feel like we don't really want to be like, especially in a city this big. I mean, this seems like even bigger than Defiance Bay. Is that what it was called? I think so. So I almost feel like we just want to like go with the quests. But I don't want to miss anything either. But we could always come back. Come back through. Right? Like, I don't feel like a lot of pressure, much like I didn't feel in the first game. Like, the main quest does a good job of not, like, making you feel like you gotta go. So you can kind of pace it at your own pace. Which I like. A gaunt Rapara woman grabs for your leg. She paws at you with a weak grip, fingers bone thin and trembling.
Mercy, traveler. Never have I been so hungry.
Do you have no access to food?
Always there is prize share. The pile has grown leaner these years.
Socialism. Can't trust it.
Little falls to our pile that is not rotten or sour from this week and maybe before.
Maybe you should seek paying work. There are places that will sell even a vagrant food. Get a job. What do you mean? She shakes her head.
Forgive me, I say too much. If you would know more, ask Anoi. Our elder listens to those in need, and he speaks. Out of earshot of the guards. He's there. In the house to the right when you cross the bridge. He can speak of the hunger.
Her quavering arm points toward the southeast. Give her some food. The woman snatches the food from your hands with surprising speed, eyes darting a glance for any onlookers before she shoves it between her teeth. She gnaws desperately, swallowing, chokes, chews again, and speaks with her mouth half full from the next bite. Lost some pork.
Thank you. I'll share it, I swear. Thank you, traveler.
I mean, you just ate it all, so... Who's the leader around here? She chuckles darkly.
The Gullet is a lawless place. Forgotten. The only authority here is the Matarus, and they don't work on our behalf. But if it is a wise man you want, seek Anoi in his home. He tries to keep us safe and fed. He does not always succeed, but he does try. Trying's worth a lot down here.
Walk away. Okay, well, never mind. I was saying we were just gonna walk through here, but...
As you wish.
We have been introduced to a quest. Gotta check out the... I mean, this is like the sight to see here, right? The refuse pile. Half-eaten food scraps litter the pile. A rancid stench rises from it. Yum, yum, yum. Okay. Glad we saw that. Gotta see the sights. Alright, I guess we'll make our way to Anoi. A damp, musky draft billows up from the chasm.
They took him. For what? Bataro's the second this month.
And they say the pittings aren't increasing. Do they lie to themselves or just to us? At this rate, who'll be left to suffer the Mataru's ire?
Anoi's house. I like this little zone. I mean, obviously I wouldn't want to live here because they have bad lives, but kind of got a cozy feeling to it a bit, like a strong community feeling.
I hear
you. Are you blind, Anoi? I was just thinking about this when I was talking here. I have noticed I've been having some audio issues, in which it feels like I'm recording at a lot. What's the word? The recording's coming out. The recording is a lot quieter than it has been in the past. So I've been having to check that in editing and stuff. I don't know if that's just me talking quieter or if I've accidentally done something that I just didn't remember doing. But if I do sound too quiet, please let me know in the comments and I'll try and adjust that more. An elderly Reparo man squints in your direction before blinking profusely. He hobbles closer, bare feet slapping the splintered floorboards of his abode.
What say you, girl?
He peers steadily into your face, blinking faster all the while. The man's arms are thin as sticks. What teeth he has are yellowed or black from years of malnourishment. Can you see me? How do you know who I am?
I see much and many things. I simply do not look with these eyes in the same manner that others do. I have heard much as well. Many know you for your dark temperament. Watcher who chases Aethus.
Yeah, well, you know, had enough of people getting in my way.
I also hear the Reparu's heartbeat, grown thready and pained. Now a watcher comes to the Gullet, as Amira has shown me you would.
Amira, one of the most important deities of the traditional Huana pantheon. Amira is a bird goddess who hatched the world from an egg. The Huana often worship her as Hylia. Okay. Caused the Reparo such pain? This place is a bit like an open wound. Couldn't hurt to clean it up. If you're saying the gods sent me, you're wrong. Actually, a starving beggar sent me to speak with you. Wound number 1. His lids half closed, heavy with thought.
The Reparo are being crushed from the top. We starve so slowly. It is an agony.
No one deserves to suffer. Not like this.
Seraphim strokes his braided beard beneath a quiet smirk. I don't know how to take that one. I think that's saying he likes it, because I think he's an impassioned person, but that's a weird thing to smirk about. The old man shrugs.
This is the Huana way. The fish of our nets are drawn for the tribe. The fruit of our fields, too, is reaped for the tribe. And the coin of our pockets belongs not to one, but to all.
It seems like the tribe is failing you then, right? Like, I mean, if you're truly doing it all for the tribe, it does mean that the tribe's failing you if a portion of the tribe is starving to death. But, you know.
All spoils are gifted to the whole of the tribe. The tribe then partakes from the top down, from the most deserving to the least.
This is an interesting concept, right? It's kind of like Native American, North American tribes. They often had systems where everything was sort of communal, but now I'm an expert on Native American culture, but I don't think they would survive very long if they had a portion of their population starving. There would be some reforms. I feel like you guys need some reforms. Why are the Reparo the least deserving? The last to partake of the tribe's spoils. Now, they did have, you know, hierarchies and stuff like that. I don't mean to say that it didn't, but... And maybe, I guess they weren't 128,000 strong either, their tribes. So, admittedly, trying to feed a tribe that large would be pretty tough. And even if they're not the full 128,000, they were at least, what, like 60% Amaru? Or Amua? That's what it is. I don't know. Anyway, sounds like a terrible system. I mean, it's not working out right now, but it sounds like most systems, corruption has hurt it. I mean, most government systems on paper sound great. I mean, maybe besides like... I mean, like, even on paper, like, monarchies and, like, tyrannies and stuff. I know tyranny has a bad rap, but monarchies, kingdoms, you know, even dictatorships. In principle, if you have like a benevolent ruler who is really there to help guide the country and stuff, you can have good times. I mean, we have examples of that, you know, like Peter the Great and others. But yeah, I mean, communism on paper sounds great. You know, everybody's taken care of. There's not like, you know, you get rid of like the economic hierarchy a little bit. I don't actually know that much about communism, but capitalism sounds, well, capitalism sounds on paper might sound like the most cutthroat, but again, if like the rich are benevolent and good, then it can be good too. But I mean, we're not here to talk about that stuff. We're here to play a game. Why are the Riparu the least deserving, the last to partake of the tribe spoils? Basically, all I was saying is corruption ruins everything. Of course, it makes the most sense. Sounds like a terrible system. Number one.
The Mataru risk their lives to protect the tribe.
Okay.
The Kuaru provided skilled goods and services.
Okay, that makes sense. And you guys, what do you do?
The tribe takes care of the Riparu more than we contribute to the tribe. Or it did, before our numbers swelled too large.
Okay, how do you guys contribute to the tribe? I'm assuming there was like the warrior class, the merchant class, and you guys are like the fishers and the fishermen and the farmers and stuff. Although that would be a pretty big contribution to the tribe if you're the food source. In which case I don't know if you guys would contribute less to the tribe than, I don't know, tell me more.
The Dawn Stars would feed us, but the guards forbid them to pervert the order of sharing.
Okay.
There was a man who helped us. A soft-hearted pirate named Ulug. He worked with the Principe captain. Mad Morena, they call her. To bring us food from the black market.
That sounds like nothing could go wrong there.
But for days now, we've had nothing.
What happened?
Ulug was never late with his shipments. Always very conscientious. A good boy. For him to disappear for several days without word, he must be dead.
That's quite the leap.
The Queen refuses to increase our share of the prize share. Without Ulug's shipments, we will surely starve. I am asking you, what else can we do?
You need an advocate. I will speak with the royals at Serpent's Crown on your behalf. I don't know if I have that kind of pull to do that. That's kind of a big thing to promise. The Dawn Stars sought to help you before. We can use them. I kind of like that, right? Go into the gods. I can re-establish a smuggling operation through the black market. Tell me how to get to Delver's Row and I'll consider helping you. Or your sob story isn't my problem. Find someone else, or I'll think about it. We're gonna help. Wish I knew. I wonder what Clesia's preferred form of government is. Guess it doesn't really matter now that we no longer have our keep and we're not. Did we lose our title in the Deerwood? Are we still like a? What were we? We were like an earl, an earless, or Arlessa. I don't know. I kind of want to go to the Dawn Stars. Those guys are cool. I like them. Plus, I have 2 Aothas worshippers with us. And finding the Dawn Stars might be, like, more helpful for us getting to Aothas, which is our ultimate goal. I don't think Clesia really wants to throw herself into the smuggling pirate life of this world very much. I think she wants to try and avoid that as much as possible now that she's got her revenge on Benwith. Obviously, if Seraphim needs help, she'll help him, but... yeah, the Dawnstars sought to help you before. We can use them.
That is a fine idea. When it comes to mission work, my brethren are always happy to help.
Adair looks impressed, and hands on hip, Seraphim grins.
Some of the less crazy ones, hopefully.
He cants his gaze to the side, eyes wandering.
Peatly is a child of the Dawn Stars, and has become the Gullet's most cherished healer. I believe she would willingly hear your request for charity.
With a stiff bow, the Elder Reparo begs his leave. Okay, any free stuff for you? Nope, okay.
So you're saying you're literally a pirate of the mind? You sail in and steal people's thoughts?
Behold, lass, I'm the original psychic piratical.
Not hardly. Even I've heard about Malnage. She's a cipher like you, ain't she? Only older.
Had to dredge up my cruel rival. You should know her arsehole itches when mention being made of her.
What a nasty hex. Tell me you weren't the one that put it on her. Darn, I hope that doesn't make her itch. Hell, or that. Now I'm just making it worse. I best shut my mouth before I cause more damage.
I thought that was over. He said, I like your style, kid, I think. That was a funny interaction, though. I like the banter. Feels like the banter's a little bit more extensive in this game, which is cool.
I heard you and again. I do wish you would stop encouraging her. Real sorry, Aloth. We'll keep it down. You think I care about your childish jokes? What bothers me is how she dog-ears my grimoire. And you keep bringing her out.
Just looking to lighten the mood, I guess.
Yeah, Aloth, you need to lighten up, buddy. Thalos is home. But yeah, I like these bridges. It reminds me a bit of like maybe it's because it's just nighttime too. Because I know these aren't trees, we're on like rocks. But for some reason, it reminds me of Kashyyyk from Knights of the Republic. I guess it's probably just the wooden walkways way above things attaching to like these pillars of stone. And the rain and the sounds. That and symbol of Aothis there. Ooh, kitty. You're mine. Ickis. Gotta collect all the cats. That way when Klessia retires, she can be the crazy cat lady. Hello, Pitley. The flasks are empty, but for the crusty reside of the used up medicines. It's supposed to be residue, maybe? I don't know. Pitley. The woman bends over a pile of dried, bitter-smelling herbs. She's crushing and mashing them in a dirty scrap of parchment, coughing with effort. She steps in front of you to block your way, wiping a ragged sleeve across her rheumy, bloodshot eyes. As she does, her hood slips, and you glimpse 3 faded stars on her forehead, the emblem of the Children of the Dawn Stars.
Peatley? Good God, I nearly didn't recognize you. You look more death-warmed over than Dawnstar.
Adair points affably in approval.
I didn't see you there, Shody. Listen, you and your friends should move along.
She turns her head and stifles a croppy cough. A croupy cough? Almost sounded like she called her Shorty.
I'm not feeling so good, and I'd hate to get you sick.
Are you ill?
Nothing a little ginger root and some bed rest won't cure. Please, let me be.
She takes another step, blocking your view of the room beyond. Okay, what are you hiding? The herbs on the table give off an odor that scratches at your throat. Perhaps there's something I can do to help.
That's not...
She erupts in a fit of coughing. As she catches her breath, she gives you a closer look.
Wait, you're the one someone and the other Dawnstar's been talking about.
She lets out a rattling sigh.
In that case, maybe there is. There's some sick Raparu in the back. Not much I can do for them now besides keep them comfortable.
She looks at the crimson speckle on her wrist.
And hidden.
Is that wise? Keeping a room full of sick people in the most crowded district in the city?
He glances around as if he can see noxious vapors in the air.
It's better than leaving them to wander the district.
That's true.
I can give them a dignified death.
if nothing else.
Why are you hiding sick people?
Because they've got drowner's lung. Spreads like gossip and kills even faster.
What's drowner's lung?
Gift from the Valiant.
She scowls, dabbing the room from her eyes.
Fills your lungs with fluid. Gets you coughing all the time, trying to clear them. One of my patients coughed so hard, she broke a rib.
Damn.
Eventually, it gets so bad, you can't hack it out. You just lie there, struggling for breath, until you choke on your own phlegm. I hear it's a long, hard end.
That sounds pretty terrible. She trails off for a moment, a distant look in her watering eyes.
I heard some Reparo had gotten sick, so I brought them here to care for them. City healers don't come down here.
She frowns and gives her nose a vicious swipe.
Realized what it was when I heard the rattle in their chests, the way they gasped for air.
She wipes the back of her hand on her leg and shudders.
Only cure is an elixir made with pine seed oil. It costs a lot, though not nearly as much as an epidemic. Still, if news of this outbreak gets out, these poor souls will get tossed into the old city. No one with any money in Nekataka spends it on the Reparo.
I see. Is there any way to get a cure? It's kind of you to help them. I wish I could do something. There's a good reason for that. If the disease spreads, it could kill many more. You should have warned me. I hope they toss you in for spreading plague, you idiot. Is there any way to get the cure?
You can get nearly anything on Delver's Row. Only trouble is finding it. And paying for it.
So that's the black market.
Unfortunately, the children of the Dawnstars don't have many connections in this part of town.
She turns away, whooping and hacking into her arm.
But I bet you could find someone at the tavern who knows where Delver's Row is. Criminal types like to wet their throats after a long day of lying, cheating, and stealing.
She chuckles herself into another coughing fit. I was told you might be able to help with the food shortage in Gullet. What interest do the children of the Dawnstars have in the Gullet? The food shortage.
We tried, but the one away is prize share, meaning anything we'd give these people has to go through the palace. Best I can tell, our food went to the Queen's table, assuming it didn't rot in the storehouse first.
If the Queen sanctioned more shares for the Reparo, would the Dawnstars donate crops again? Would you provide the supplies if the Principe agreed to smuggle them to the Reparo? If the Queen sanctioned more, would you share? Her thin lips worry together, but she nods.
That's a question for Solwyn. I'd ask her myself, but I got my hands full here.
Yeah, and you're also contagious, probably.
She's High Priestess at the Temple of Gone. Tell her Pitney sent you. She'll listen. Probably. Need something?
What interest do the children of the Dawnstars have in the Gullet?
About the only honest one. The Reparo here are treated like garbage. Even made to eat garbage from that scrap heap opposite the lift.
She shakes her head.
And Dario and his Principe scum took advantage of the neglect down here to set up the black market on Delver's Road.
Dario?
He runs most of the criminal mischief that goes on here. Some say he's an old Valiant traditionalist. Some say he's a thug with good taste.
She holds her hands out, shifting her open palms like platforms on a scale.
Either way, I steer clear of him.
She shivers, whether out of fear or illness you couldn't say. Go on.
All the while, the Gullet gets more crowded as tribes from the other islands come to Nekataka. Some are driven from their homes by pirates, raiders, even trading company thugs.
Her eyes darken.
Others hear stories of the foreign wealth pouring into the city. What they don't realize is most of it flows between the foreigners and the palace.
She makes a circular motion with her fingers. So the Dawnstars are helping out?
As best we can. Most of us came from Raed Saris after the Vorlis Plot and the Saints War. Or we were born to families that did. We remember what it's like to scrape by.
Her eyes stray to the stained and spotted floor for a long moment. I see.
Some days, I think maybe this is why Aethys brought us to Deadfire. So we can do some good. The other days, I'm too damn tired.
She arches her back, popping her spine. Well, farewell. Okay. Let's get out of here before we get sick. I don't want Drowner's lung. It's terrible. And I think that's where we're going to end this episode today, guys. The Gullet is nice. Oh, it's not nice, but it's interesting. I'm enjoying getting to know the Amoa and the Huana culture a lot more, and I'm eager to see what the rest of the city has to offer. There's a lot to the city, it seems like. If all the districts have this much sort of stuff in them, we're gonna be in this city for a long time. Because we got the Gullet, the Sacred Stair, Pyrrhik's Overlook, Brass Citadel, Serpent's Crown. There's the Delver's Row somewhere in here. Didn't even explore everything in Queen's Birth yet. There's a lot to do still. But we'll continue checking it out in the next episode. Until then, I hope you all have a wonderful day, and I'll catch you later.